It's amazing the emotional intensity of their conformity. The media is so predictable you could set your watch to their lockstep. The press are like children, overjoyed that mommy's deadbeat boyfriend finally moved out of the house, except they still can't quit America's bad boy at all.
They will need Trump because no matter what happens in the next couple of years, when we go back to wars or whatever it might be, they're going to have to say, well, it was because Trump did this, that, or the other thing. So they need him to be the perpetual bad guy in the script. But I thought we'd start by showing this clip from CNN yesterday. This went viral on the Twitter machine there. And I think it's sort of a perfect summation of what we should expect for the next 4 years from our beloved journalists at CNN.
Those lights that are just shooting out from the Lincoln Memorial along the reflecting pool, it's like almost extensions of Joe Biden's arms embracing America. It was a moment where the new president came to town and sort of convened the country in this moment of remembrance, outstretching his arms.
Extensions of Joe Biden's arms, hugging, embracing, fondling America. Can you feel the love? Oh, God. I mean, I just thought that clip, there's a gajillion of those. Trust me, I could show you a gajillion.
But wait, there's more.
The 46th president of the United States putting his soul into his first address.
He gave the kind of inaugural address our presidents used to give, as hopeful as the man delivering it.
We saw the steely determination and compassion of President Joe Biden.
What a great love story between Jill Biden and Joe Biden. And we haven't had a love story in the White House in 4 years.
It is a love story between the press and Biden. A New York Times editor even admits she got chills from Joe, which we hope isn't COVID. Meanwhile, as the corporate press drools for Joe, they frantically spit on the outgoing guy, trying to outdo each other on who's more relieved that our national nightmare is over.
The media is going to really need Trump still. They need him to be evil constantly, and they need all of the negative stuff. Like he died for our sins. They need him to be like the negative thing that always exists. Otherwise, they'd have to critique Biden, and they're obviously not going to be doing too much of that. And they also know where the clicks are. The clicks will still be Trump.
A welcome sight for many Americans. President Trump is leaving Washington.
It's going to be a little pathetic, a tiny little crowd at Joint Base Andrews.
He's almost leaving town like an autocrat.
He just looks like a small man.
He knows he is leaving a pariah, and nobody wants to be seen with him.
4 years ending with true American carnage, a riot, a pandemic, carnage.
It's amazing the emotional intensity of their conformity. The media is so predictable you could set your watch to their lockstep. The press are like children, overjoyed that mommy's deadbeat boyfriend finally moved out of the house, except they still can't quit America's bad boy at all. Nope, Trump has actually left a Trump-sized hole in their lives, and they're trying to figure out how to fill it.
One of the most unreliable and ideologically bigoted media operations in this country is CNN. Not only have they called for the censoring of views that run counter to their liberal worldview, they're now pushing the Biden White House to cut off media that have a more fair and balanced approach to news, to cut us off from government.
Well, the media coverage will bounce between softcore fluffery masquerading as hard news. Example, hey, did you hear Joe has a Peloton? I got 2 sources to go on record. To pieces that remember the awful past under the Fonzie Godzilla hybrid that was Trump. Don't worry, there will be no anonymous sources feeding Blitzer false stories of Biden meltdowns. And in the media's gassy stew, you'll see the regret. What will they do after all their bitter emotional farewells when they realize their primary engine of profit, creating conflict and hate based on their own loathing for Trump, is finally gone?